I'm working my way through one of the advanced manuals on the power of persuasion, and I never realized when I ordered the darn thing, which shows you how cheap I am, and I'm working my way through a manual that I hate. But the first two topics are you have to sell, and I think what it is I hate selling is I really suck when it comes to trying to do it. And yet it's something that I really need to do because it's part of my job. And one of the things I do routinely is I'm supposed to be doing routinely. I don't do it nearly as well as I should, is to try and sell. And so when I needed a role model, not only had Steve volunteered, but he also is a salesperson. So we were not supposed to practice, but he has already critiqued me, which shows you that I have great room for improvement. But this morning we're going to start through that role play, and I know this is part of the presentation, which is I have to explain to you what I'm doing, but we're going to begin now. Steve, good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
I understand you just started building.
Yep, a lot of fun.
Oh, I tell you what, I used to be a builder back in the 80s, and I've seen both, I know firsthand that that can be just really, really great, and it can also be challenging at times. It's something that, I think that's why I enjoy working for the Home Builders Association. Do you have just a few minutes I can tell you about it?
I'll take a few.
Well, thank you very much. I think almost anyone feels like there are really three primary reasons that they join the Home Builders Association if they're builders. And the first one is the one that I guess is closest and nearest and dearest to my heart because that's where my background is, which is in government affairs and public policy. Did you know that as a builder, you have to be registered with the Texas Residential Construction Commission?
Yes.
In fact, that's how I got your name. That's how I did it. So, thank you very much. Each year, being in Austin, we know that the legislature goes into session. And they pass lots of legislation, some of which affects you. There's specific wordings that you have to have in your contract, this disclosure. In fact, we sell those contracts to members. Did you know that if you have a worker, you're supposed to do a background check on them before you let them go into a homeowner's house?
I've heard that before.
It's logical, it would make sense, but not many people know that it's in state law.
Sounds like one of those things we'd probably like to just ignore and look the other way.
Yeah, and all too many guys do, which is, again, one of the great things about being a member of the Home Builders Association is we do weekly newsletters. Every week we send out a letter, an electronic email to you, and we track 30 cities, counties, emergency service districts, the state, anything that's going on. And for example, if your building inspector is going to have the electronic building permit inspection reservation system shut down over the weekend, they tell us, knowing that we'll get it out in the newsletter on Friday, and that's another way to get word to you. I think that our communications of government affairs, public policy issues is one of the things that all builders feel like is really important, but probably the most important thing is advocacy. I mean, as a custom builder just starting out, you really feel like you're out there alone.
Yeah.
It's something that, again, I've dealt with firsthand, and we actually bring a whole team to help you. I remember we were working on the McMansion ordinance just actually less than a year ago, and I had a builder come to me and say, Harry, this is all I do. It's been my model for 5 years. What do I do now? And I tell you that, besides touching me, that it affected a lot of guys in our business. And so we came together and really put together a very strong program to go and address that. We took out advertising in the paper, we educated the public. When the time came to the vote, we had twice as many people there against the ordinance as was for it. Now, in all fairness, we still lost. I mean, this is Austin. And but those guys knew that it wasn't just them acting alone. We brought everyone together to work on an issue, and if you've got a problem, it just means a lot more to bring the resources of the whole association to an issue. We've been successful in you name a community. In Cedar Park, we've reduced building permit fees. In Leander, we worked on our last work on building impact fees. We reduced those about $600. We've just finished working up with the Chisholm Trail Special Utility District. It's one of the things that we do that can can really be of big value to you. But I think the thing that you will enjoy the most is our education program, because that's something that you can come in as a new builder and really learn a lot. We put on weekly code classes. We have what we call an essential building skills class, which takes you through, now I know you probably know some about building anyway. This takes you through every stage of construction and gives you a lot of very detailed knowledge about that. We have construction Spanish. I know that that's something that is important to everyone on the job site and is just one of the range of classes that we offer. But we also have, when you join the local association, I don't know if you know, but you also join the state and the national. So you become a member of the Texas Association of Builders and the National Association of Home Builders. And they also have national annual seminars and exhibits. So you can go, you can see the newest, latest, greatest in the way of products. You can get the best education from the most knowledgeable people, whether it's on green building, sustainability, new products, whatever you want to know, they've got the newest, latest, and greatest. But the last thing, and I think one of the most important, is we bring the
What's this going to cost me?
well,
I'm in the Austin Board of Realtors as a member.
Yeah.
I'm not real happy with what they've done for me, just take my money. I'm in the Chamber of Commerce, same thing. You really have to give a lot of yourself to get something back there, and I just don't have the time. I'm busy being a builder. How can I participate in this and actually get something out of it? And what's it going to cost me compared to these other guys?
but the bottom line total.
Where do I find the money in my budget,
Yeah.
which is non-existent?
Bottom line total cost for the year is $700. Now, I know that can be quite a bit, but especially starting out, we can divide it up into two periods for you. We can bill you initially $700, and then we'll bill you for the balance in 6 months. That allows us to split it up. But the thing is, Steve, you can't afford not to be a member. You know, Dan Maiden's web search engine is on our website. 2,000 customers per year go to that, per month, I'm sorry, go to that website.
Who's Dan Nagle?
This guy who works for the New Home Search.
Oh,
Which is really what I'm saying is the Home Builders Association is where the winners are. If you look at, our members build 95% of the homes. Do you really want your customer to come to me and say, Harry, is Steve Gonzalez a member of your association? You don't have to say.
Not get a no answer.
I tell you what, let me leave you with an information brochure. Go check out our website, and if it's all right, I'll have our membership director call you next week, and I would like for you to come to our next Custom Builder Council as my guest.
Well, that sounds good, Harry, but I'm not going to have time to read the brochure unless let's fill out an application.
I tell you what, Debbie will help you fill out the application for you. All we need is your credit
All
card.
right.